So this is a little slime, which he's so cute.
I'm
I
so
love
happy
him
you know
so
the
much.
name.
That's
Done!
Yay! I actually done it. This is insane. Okay,
I'm so hyped and focused on this thing.
It's
here.
hard. It's hard to concentrate.
And the thing is, when you're being bullied, you do feel as a child, why are the adults in the world letting me down? Why are they letting this happen? When I started fighting back, changed my life forever.
I'm actually enjoying a little bit of wine while we do this because it felt inappropriate to not have libations.
Look at this. It is kind of, I don't know what this was from.
I had a great freaking time. I chose a Lego set and like, don't do the flowers, guys. Don't do the flowers.
Obviously, I'm the problem because I keep making the same bad decisions.
I did berate them for a long time about coming on Lego, so when David asked, I had to say yes.
Yeah. Okay. No big deal.
Yeah, fuck, how do I pitch my channel? I cover a lot of the current drama and stuff that's going on, but predominantly I'm somebody who's kicked around the internet for quite a long time.
I guess technically it's round 2, though, right? Oh, no, we got it. Okay, never mind.
We're round one.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the top of my table is black here, and I loaded all these black Legos onto it, so it's
outstanding.
So I do bonsai. I collect bonsai trees, and these trees aren't it. they're wrong. These trees they have bad form.
I actually dyed my hair jet black at one point, and I have white eyebrows and white eyelashes and arm hair. So
She just continues to make poor decisions. Wendy does.
Wow. So you're stuck with Timu Wendy.
It's Timu Wendy.
I got the part of the base done, and I'm working on what I think is the owl now. See, that's how you get invited back. You just do it really slow.
That looks really cool.
That's awesome.
It's so random.
But it's not the size of the tower, it's how well you use it.
we're gonna be here till 2 in the morning.
Outstanding.
It's so past my bedtime right now.
Having the problem with this one here.
Just tell me what I need to do.
You're telling me that
Zero numbers. There's no numbers.
I'm not sure how you would.
No numbers.
Right?
My kids are going to build this before I'm done with mine tonight. So
Most definitely.
they're starting now.
I'm at this point, and I gave up. Because look at that. It's half the stud short. How does that happen?
That car was a pain in the ass.
So I started posting those and watching YouTubers and doing stuff like that, and I got approached by some people who wanted to interview me about my dad, and I thought, why am I going to give it to you? Why don't I do it?
You got Chloe?
Chloe came with the car.
Awesome.
Wait, hang on. Let's pull it up. We need
We found Chloe, chat! Chat, we found Chloe! She's been located.
I mean, this is the last piece of the puzzle, and then we put Chloe in there, and we are pretty much good to go, folks.
Beckett always has to make it harder on himself. He does.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I feel yeah, I do. I don't know. I'm pretty glad that I picked this Lego set because it's kind of fun and interesting. But I'm this is a lot of small pieces. I'm gonna leave it with this thing.
Oh wow, Baker, that's beautiful.
As somebody liked to comment, somebody used to comment that I talk about sandwiches all the time. You can actually use Clyde to help build sandwiches.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love sandwiches.
Oh, it's not children friendly, even though we're playing with Lego.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about the children. I'm worried about your YouTube channel. It's not good.
Nice, you got it done. He refused, by the way. Look at that.
Yay,
Did you release the coins?
Yeah. So, just so you know it works, here's a card.
You're getting faster.
You pop it in, and then you press the button, and it comes out.
Steph is the true winner.
Again.
Again.
Again,
yeah.
And still reigning champion. Get it, girl. Well, hey, if
Yes.
Flash can have a half-hour intro, so can we, by God. I love it.
Right. Welcome all to finally Lego Law Life and Libations with the Rekietas, Nick and Kayla. Kyla? Kayla.
Yes. Hey, what's up? Kayla.
Kayla.
Not Kyla. What is-
I don't.
David
I'm
horrible with
his
names.
own
I'm
name
horrible
correct.
with names. So I'm just going to call you Mrs. Rekieta or Mrs. Rackets from now on. Because
Lady
that's
Rackets.
Lady
Lady
Rackets.
Rackets.
There we
Lady
go.
Rackets is probably the better option.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello,
How's everybody doing? We heard you had an issue, Nick, with your system, and that's why we're starting an hour late.
I'm
issue.
I'm late for 9 o'clock. Like that's what it is. I'm not late for 8 o'clock. I'm late for 9. It's
That's
9:05.
right. He's only 5 minutes late. That's not bad.
It's, it really 27 minutes of that was your intro. Honestly.
Well, we're trying to compete with other YouTubers that have their half-hour intros, and
Yeah, I heard you mention Flash.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, Flash. Let's start the stream on Friday so we can do Flashcast by Sunday evening.
Right. So, what are you guys building? Are you guys building together, or are you building your own separate sets?
Oh, we have to do separate.
You have
Yeah,
to
I
do
can't
separate.
do that.
No, we don't work together.
Not on Legos.
No, actually, we do. We have a few Star Wars scene Lego sets that we are doing together that we kind of go back and forth, and we're like, all right, it's your turn. Now it's my turn. Oh my gosh, get done with your freaking turn so I can do mine.
Stop being on your phone, Nick.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Do your turn.
I've tried to build sets with my wife before, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. It's really
That sounds
annoying.
like an absolute nightmare. Like
Yeah,
the
it
last
is.
thing
Try
in
it
the
with
world
kids.
I would want to do. Oh my God, no, it'd be terrible.
No, I
Try it
tried
with an
it.
8-year-old with ADHD.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I've got enough ADD to go around. I don't need a second ADD input.
Bro, when I 30 years ago, we were in 4K now. You got to get that ADHD.
Yeah. Is that what the H is for now?
Yeah, it's high definition.
Okay.
High definition. Yeah, I like that. High definition. That works. That works. So what are you guys building tonight then? I see we have
So I've got Optimus Prime, one of my childhood favorites.
Nice.
Optimus
Cool
Prime. I'm a classic Transformers fan. I'm a fan of trans. Really,
Transformers?
all trans.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you
Oh,
got
we're
the
getting
Atari.
old school.
The
Atari, that's
yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Now I have to thank Nick for this because this is actually his set that I gifted him,
Yes.
He's letting
but
you
he
build.
hasn't built it yet.
I don't do a lot of Lego
He
building.
doesn't do a lot of building.
Well, he's
so
gonna
he
do
said
it
tonight
tonight.
he'd build.
Well,
That's no
Nick's
problem.
busy. He's trying to rebuild a YouTube channel. It gets in the way.
Oh, I'm fine with him being busy and me doing his Legos.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Yeah, she has
Sounds
no
like a
problem
game.
with this arrangement, I think. And the
I
other
love
thing I'm
it.
doing is I'm very importantly learning how to cook beef Wellington.
Oh.
Yes.
That
That was our poll. That was our poll. So in MLS, by the way, so I'm streaming on MLS and my Lego channel. At some point, we're gonna kill the MLS. You guys will be redirected over to the Lego channel. Hopefully, you subscribe because I'm trying to boost those numbers. And a link is in the top of the chat. So if you want to go over now and subscribe, that'd be awesome. But in my MLS, you were most definitely going to be eating beef Wellington when you appeared, and in my Lego, you most definitely were not. So that was an interesting mix that I had between my two channels.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I learned that it takes 2.5 hours to make. And could probably go faster in a pressure cooker or a microwave and come out as tasty as what I saw. But I decided to I have not eaten. There's some beautiful Wagyu strip steak that has not been consumed, and I did make a soup for my other children. But
It is delicious. Folks.
my other children, I just called you a child.
Well, you have your children and then you have your favorite children.
That's That's not the favorite show. No, we both know that's not true.
So you have 12 kids, right? That's what I
Wow.
hear.
Yeah, you have more kids
pretty
than I have
close.
husbands. That's crazy.
Wait, are you talking? Are we including the ones that are chained up in the basement? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, they count sometimes.
We include all the ones we pay for. How about that?
On the census, you know.
Yeah.
I keep them alive till the ransom check clears. I mean, 101.
Wood chipper.
So when
Good.
when did you guys decide? Because you homeschool your children, right? Or all of them, or some of them?
We did in the beginning. We started homeschooling all of them, and then as they got older, we kind of always said that we'd kind of go by the child and what was best for them. And our oldest asked if he could go full time. We kind of start out. I do the base of their curriculum at home, but then we go to a school in the area for band, choir, art, things that I can't do, gym, PE.
Okay.
Yeah, typically larger group activities.
But yeah, so they've been going there part-time since they were young. And then when our oldest was, I think it would have been his
Ninth grade.
sophomore year. Well, his sophomore year
Or
was his
10th
first
grade,
year.
Okay.
He went full-time. He's
Yeah,
a
that's
senior
right.
this year.
Okay.
Oh, senior.
Yeah. So he's been going full-time a few years now, and our next two in line started this year going full-time. So I only have two at home.
So do you homeschool because you're really religious, or you hate the government?
Yes, and neither.
Are we
Can it be all of the above and none?
No and yes.
My oldest, or my I guess my ex stepdaughter, we homeschooled her for a bit, and that was just a giant pain in the ass. You have to be really committed to do that.
I'm not
'cause
smart
it's a lot
enough.
of extra
I can't
work.
do it.
So props to
You
guys for
are
doing it.
smart enough. You are smart
You
enough.
are smart enough.
I'm not
It's
smarter than a fifth grader, apparently.
Nobody is.
nobody.
Nobody
Right.
is. No,
I don't
it's
know all of it.
the time commitment and the resource commitment. I mean, because when you go to public school, your taxes do provide, if you pay them or whatever, a significant amount of investment in your children. Whether you like how the investment turns out is a whole different question than whether they put it in. I mean, they definitely do spend a lot per child. They build these buildings, they hire administrators, and occasionally they have a charity case with a teacher or two. But they do those things, and so once you don't have that, and you're providing all of the resources, you're providing the curriculum, you're providing the time, you're providing the instruction, you're providing the janitorial services and the lunch services, and all of the school supplies that you buy a lot of school supplies every year for your kids, but you also are contributed by what the school has: desks, chairs, space, like all that stuff kind of overlook, but it's all figured in to what you have to provide.
But what about all the taxes you're
Well,
already
the time is what I was like the most frustrating part.
Yeah.
Was in addition to me working full time, then I also had to set aside time to instruct my my stepdaughter and all of that. It was it was a big time commitment too.
Yep, and fortunately, we've been able to be a single income house for our whole
You didn't have a
marriage,
missing brackets at home.
and not everyone can do that. Like everybody's situation is different, but we were very fortunate to be able to do that kind of from the start. And we had planned to homeschool. Well, we didn't really plan it,
No,
did we?
It started with our oldest, who he started reading on his own when he was 2, and I got nervous that he would be in trouble a lot in school
Because he was reading ahead of time.
Well,
because he got bored really easily.
Right.
Like he would just start doing his things, and then when he was done, he was like,
Yeah, he was reading at 2 years old. He was typing out words not long after. He might have still been 2. And so the hard thing is, like, what do you do in 4 years when he's going to go into kindergarten and learn letters? It's like he's already typing words. Like this was and they weren't unintelligible. I mean, they were he would sit on my computer and he would message my dad.
So you had like eyes on like the scholastic spelling bee. You're like, we're gonna homeschool and we're gonna go the distance with this kid, right?
No, you can't do a spelling bee because India exists, and you'll never.
Yeah,
you'll never beat. You'll never beat
that.
out the exports. Yeah, but no, it's just like
Stupid
I
H1 visas or whatever the hell they are.
Smartest people.
I think Lady Raggets and I think I can confidently say both of us were above grade level for much of our schooling. And I mean, speaking from my experience, that didn't meet out. Don't worry, I was not a high achiever in school by the end.
I was.
She was, but you do when you're ahead of grade level and you already have the information, you start to your brain wanders and you become distracting and you get in trouble. And well, I did. Maybe you
that
didn't.
was my problem. I was too smart for school.
Is that what your mom told you? Mrs. Helm, don't lie to him.
Yeah, it wasn't about being too smart or anything. It's just the information
learns differently. Yeah.
Well, and I had a lot of opportunities as a kid, and my parents were great communicators, and so like and they weren't always around, but even when they weren't around, someone was. Both of my parents worked throughout my entire time until I was an adult, and
Wow.
But when they were working, my grandmother would take care of me because she lived just a couple miles away in Houston, so she would pick me up from school. So I was always around, an adult, no matter what was going on, and an adult who is giving you attention, that really changes a lot. And I think that's one of the biggest advantages of homeschooling in general, is that you have an adult who's paying attention and communicating at a level that is above what the child is aware of. And so they're constantly learning and just absorbing during those earlier years when they're kind of a sponge.
What do you think of the idea that you guys do the extracurricular stuff in group settings, so the kids get some socialization skills that way, right?
Yeah.
That's
our kids are highly socialized.
Aren't social skills highly overrated?
No, here's the thing.
No.
I'm going to argue with you, lawyer, on this in a minute, but I'll let you say your piece or whatever.
Okay.
Your opening statement.
So, here's my opening statement. So, as an attorney, I have to deal with people from all walks of life, and I have to convince them from all walks
His
of life.
criminal
that I'm right.
defendants are always easier to deal with if they went to public schools.
Now,
Especially if you went to a low
when I
performing
was
public school.
when I was in school, I socialized with a bunch of different people. I didn't just like stick with one little group of people, which gave me the ability to move in and out of different social groups and talk to different people on their levels and all of that stuff. That socialization that I learned in middle school and high school, I use every single day. I don't use the math class that I took in high school. So obviously I'm a lawyer, right? So that's why I say the socialization is important. because it developed a skill that I was able to carry into my profession.
I would argue you might have been born with that skill. That's a personality trait, not something you learn. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, you're born good at talking to criminals. I don't know why.
Correct.
I don't know what happened.
Correct.
You're both
That's
wrong.
actually, that's funny. One of I don't know about for Nick, but for me, within our homeschooling, it was more important to me that the kids learn how to find information or be, what kind of person that they are, character traits, character development. I would rather focus on that than spelling tests and math quizzes and the things that, yes, they're going to do them and I'm going to make them do them, but that was really my focus. Was I want to create good people, and then they can learn how to fill up their body. And actually they're so good at going out and finding information now like I can't find information. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. So I'll just go to the kids and I'm like, hey, I need to find out blah blah blah. Find it for me. And they Google it for me. They're better at it than I am. They're better at technology than I am.
You know, I was having a conversation with this other attorney in my office just the other day about how we all have, you know, Google machines in our pockets these days, and how I kind of miss the not knowing sometimes. We were debating something. I can't remember what we were talking about. We were debating. We were like, no, it was this. No, it was that. And after like 15 minutes, we both realized like we could just Google it and find out, you know, who's right. But we kind of miss the back and forth because you could just look in your pocket and Google. Do you think kids these days?
You just lie. You just lie about it. That's the best part.
That's true.
But do you think kids these days are missing out on that sort of conversational skill and
I mean,
you know,
I guess
just talking about things?
The
It really depends
persuasive
on
aspect of talking.
It depends on the environment that they're in and who they're around and all that stuff. You know, our kids, they have iPads, but they don't have phones. And until they're significantly older. And so, you know, they may have an iPad on them, but they're not pulling out a phone everywhere they are, you know, and Googling everything. And I think they.
Oh, I actually meant looking up in books.
Oh, wow.
That's how dumb I am. No, I make them look things up in like
We're the dumb
textbooks.
ones for assuming that you were talking about the
No,
internet.
I didn't even think about it because I don't do technology.
I love it.
She doesn't know how to Google. Like she doesn't.
I can Google.
You mean
and
so
just
she's
add
making
it.
her kids read? Oh, that's what a horrible mother you are.
I teach
still
them
look-
cursive too.
You
Handwriting.
have the Encyclopedia Britannica sitting on the shelf. You just use that for reference.
We do have one.
I
Do you really?
encyclopedias.
Yeah. It's old. I mean, it still considers some people as property in it, but we haven't updated it in a while.
Our 10-year-old.
But it aligns with our beliefs. No, I'm just kidding.
Our 10-year-old, a few years back, her favorite book was her dictionary. Who gave her that dictionary? I don't even. Oh, it was somebody from church.
Yeah.
Someone from church got her a dictionary because he found out that she was homeschooled, and he and his like Knights Chamber group or something.
Knights of Columbus.
Yeah, Knights of
Oh,
Columbus.
so you are Catholic.
No.
No,
Okay,
it was
sorry,
just
we
this
had this
guy, just this
okay.
old guy in church.
Okay.
But he was talking about how his group like went to all the public schools and they brought dictionaries for all of the third graders at the time. Now she's in 5th grade, but he was so excited to find a homeschool child so that he could give her a dictionary personally, and
book?
she was so excited. Oh, it's a full dictionary. Like,
Well, it is missing a couple words. It's missing contraception.
No,
it's missing homosexuality.
By the way, I got a Santa. Look at that. Awesome
like
little
your
Santa.
Oh, you got a Santa?
I got a Santa, man. Is yours missing Santa?
I don't think I got a Santa.
yeah.
I can't
Just
sing right now.
for the record, just so everyone knows what I'm building. Wendy sent me a little like North Pole set, so that's what I'm building.
That's
Thank you very
adorable.
much, Wendy.
You are very welcome.
And it
Valhalla,
came
what
with
do
the
you?
Santa.
Oh,
And
sorry.
she
babe.
sent me the Alpine Lodge. It's like a little ski resort.
So cute.
Got a little snowmobile on there. It's pretty awesome.
And also, this is Lego Law, Life, and Libation. Normally, we're drinking libations, but in honor of
Man.
Nick, I'm a teetotaler tonight.
Nick can go fuck himself. I'm drinking beer.
Drink all you want. I am just fine. I'm
Oh
just
no,
fine.
I have beer stored outside the treehouse, so that's coming
It's
soon.
probably frozen by
Oh.
now. where you live.
Yeah, David broadcasts from a treehouse.
Oh,
I do.
really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why
Well,
he's
'cause he's
got
homeless.
like
Where
a
do you live?
I live in
Not
Michigan.
He
Minnesota.
lives
Michigan.
in the
No,
treehouse.
Michigan.
Oh, well, they're cold.
Where do you live? What's your address and the
No,
code
I
to your
just
door?
live, like
Wait, I can tell you his
temperature.
address. I just
What is
sent
the
him.
climate like where you are?
It's 23
Fucking
degrees
cold.
out, but I have a heater, and it was what I was telling Wendy earlier. So I have this heater over here. So this whole side of me is hot and like sweaty, but then the window's open over here, so this side's cold, and it's a nice little mix. But I built this for my
Very cool.
kids, and then
It's
they
like a
got
hot
old
tub
enough
in
they
the
stopped
winter.
using it. So now I said, well, I'm going to set up my YouTube studio in here, so that way I'm out of everybody's way, and I can stream whenever I want.
Don't give this woman ideas. I will be in a treehouse by the end of winter. I
I'm
don't
telling you,
want to do
man,
that.
it's
If-
you know,
oh,
it's
we
better
do
than you
have a
think.
treehouse.
You do have a treehouse, so
Well,
Nick's
we
going to
have
be
a
moving
deer
to the
stand,
treehouse
even
soon
better.
Yeah, we
There
have
you
a deer
go.
stand. I don't know if there's, it's a spacious deer stand, but I don't think
put a
there's enough
heater up
room.
there. Oh, we can get a space heater up there.
There you go.
The extension cord would have to be like 200 yards.
So when I first
Love it.
set this up, this is a little heater behind me too. And I ran like an extension cord and it kept blowing the circuit and melting the cord. So I ran a 30 amp service out here. I've run Ethernet cable out here. I've got like a whole telephone pole system going on. You could do it. I expect you to be streaming from your deer blind.
I'm going to call you Ma Bell from now on.
There you go.
Yes, his workshop is looking festive.
Ma Bell was the affectionate name given to Bell Telephone before it was broken up by the courts into Southwestern Bell, and then I think Bell was it Bell and then Southwestern Bell.
Yeah, and then they eventually sold to AT&T, and then it just reabsorbed
No,
everything.
before
again.
that they were Pacific Bell, if I remember correctly, or there was another.
Well, you
Bell.
you have Pacific Bell out there in California.
Oh, you're right. Because
that was after the trust busting. See, and of course, lawyers all know the history of Bell, right? Like because of civil procedure. First year civil procedure. Bell Twombly versus Southwestern Bell.
I don't.
I don't remember the case name,
Do
but
tell.
as soon as you start talking
It's-
about it, I'm probably gonna remember.
It's Twombly. It's in the. I mean, it culminated in Iqbal versus Ashcroft. I think it's Twombly.
Oh yeah.
The Iqbal versus Ashcroft, which is basic 12b6, right? You have to have a complaint or your complaint cannot contain conclusions of law, and it has to plead all of the elements that you're attacking, at least in federal court, right?
Right. Well, in most state courts, except maybe Minnesota. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know what our pleading standards are anymore. Like, I think we just have to plead that Tim Walz is an arsler.
So Michigan's a notice state. So all we have to do is basically give enough notice to be like, all right, this is when the dispute took place, and this is generally what we're arguing about. So we have very loose standards in Michigan.
I'll be right back, you guys.
I'm okay with that.
Very slutty standards.
Yes, very loose, slutty standards.
I want to mildly push back on your socialization thing. Although, Valhalla, were you about to say something?
No, go ahead.
So I want to mildly push back before I lose the topic on homeschooling and socialization. There's a bunch of different ways to do homeschooling. Our kids are always very connected to their community through our church. It was one thing, and then through the activities that they do, violin, piano, dance. These things always had them around a whole bunch of different groups of kids with a whole bunch of different unique social cliques within all of them. So that's one way we overcame that, and I think that's possible. Now, I think a lot of people think of homeschooling as very much always at home with the same influences around them, and that's not how we did it. That doesn't mean that's not how other people, choose to do it or whatever. But one of the things I'll say, and separate from all that, I came to this conclusion years and years ago, and I think before we even had children, but one of my high school classmates was talking about homeschooling. This is on Facebook. Talking about homeschool kids and their social awkwardness, etc. And he was talking particularly about how they're not socialized through high school. So this is really focused on high school socialization. And I came to the conclusion that high schoolers are among the worst people on earth, deserving of all of the tortures that Abu Ghraib has to offer. And
I don't think you're wrong.
Frankly, no, I'm not. I know I'm not. I will defend this to the death. They're awful people. And one of the main things you do as you graduate from high school and then move on is note all the ways you're not like you were in high school, and that life isn't like that. And when you find people who are quote unquote stuck in high school, they're worthy of derision and mockery. And so I think we really overvalue late stage socialization, homeschooling, in the public school system, because the public school hierarchy of high school is garbage, and it's mocked in every single element of our culture over and over again. And no one wants to return to high school except like the two people who are on top of the social ladder, and everyone else is just chaff, right? Yeah. So I really I think we have an automatic response to homeschooling, and it's based on biases and prejudices that were developed 30 and 40 years ago. But modern homeschooling is so much different. The other thing we had that was really cool was a homeschool co-op, which is a group of families, and ours was huge. It was what, 100?
No. When we started, there was maybe 20 families, maybe.
Right, but it ballooned
By the
up.
time we left, there was
it was over 100.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if not 100, close to 100 families, and like multiple children.
I don't know if you guys understand what 100 homeschool families is, but that's 22,000 kids.
That's a lot.
Because they each
and
have
they're all named after Old Testament prophets too.
No, that was
Jeremiah, Josiah, Jedediah.
But
Jeremiah,
so they,
Isaiah, Elijah.
I think so they were socialized in that way too. It was ours were socialized heavily. But go ahead. What were you saying, Valhalla? I interrupted you like a rude heathen.
I was going to bring up and ask how you felt about being like a state-sponsored terrorist organization now, or a sponsor of state.
Wait, I don't know. About
Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
What did Minnesota do?
With the Somalis.
Yeah, something like $250 million going to fund terrorism last year. Something insane. So good call on that one, guys. Good job.
We love our Somalis. Sorry, that Alex Jones song killed me every time.
Kids. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Interrupt me all day. It's good.
I'll
hold a grudge forever.
Cooking, because we were talking about the beef Wellington, and then also I do have a question about cooking. Who cooks in your family?
Mostly Nick.
Not really, like legit.
Yeah.
Is it yummy?
That's why Nick is certified to do all those cooking review streams.
Well,
he's such a good chef. It's ridiculous.
That's amazing.
Actually, Nick, I have a cooking short that I wanted to play for you and get your reaction to. You got a second? It's let me pull it up.
I'm paying attention.
Okay,
it's good. It's good.
All right. So this is Jung, who's pulled up on the chat right now. She sent this to me earlier. Make sure you guys can hear it.
Take our pasta.
Good.
I love this. Yep. I love this immediately. I know exactly what this clip is, and it's one of my favorites. Let's watch it, please. Okay. Yeah.
And put it in the pot. And of course, a lot of it's sticking up. We're not going to break it. What we're going to do is if you just wait 5 seconds, it's going to soften. Sometimes you got to help it along a little bit. And you always want to keep track of which side was.
By the way, what do you think of this pasta technique? Because Valhalla and I were debating this earlier. I don't break it. I like to do this technique. Valhalla
definitely don't break it. No,
don't break it.
Don't break it.
I break it.
Frankly,
you got to.
He's got that metal. He's got that metal pasta spoon, which I think really does risk breaking it. But if you're Italian, you put your pasta lengthwise, standing straight up in the middle, and it spills out kind of evenly, and then it sinks down into the water.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Yeah. All right. So far, so good.
Yeah. The other thing you could do if you're going to do what he's doing and agitate it yourself, use some silicone tongs, and those won't break up the pasta. Unless you're some kind of ogre and you're crushing them, under your will. But generally, you just grab some silicone tongs and lightly turn them, and that'll also keep them from sticking.
I use tongs. See, we're kindred spirits. All right, let's keep this going.
Sticking out, because at the end we're going to compensate, but I'm going to get to that part later. I remember when I was a kid growing up, my friend Justin and I wanted to make a roller coaster, so we started saving money by putting our lunch money in a shoebox. And after about 6 months, we had a couple $100 in there, but it turns out that my friend Justin's sister's boyfriend had found the shoebox and he stole the money to pay for an abortion. Okay, this is looking. We're just going to.
Moving on.
Yeah, just moving on. The pasta looks done now.
I love that. That clip is so perfect.
Childhood trauma unlocked.
By the way, Nick and Kayla, you have to know David texted us today to tell us how we have to be serious on this stream and we cannot. And he puts that up. Just saying.
I did not say to be serious on this.
He did. Okay, he said it to me, not to Valhalla, but he said it to me.
Yeah. I wanted you to be more serious.
He wanted me to be more serious today. And I'm
You
like,
can't
well, I
even
can't talk, so it worked out really well.
I love that clip so much.
I thought it was hilarious.
So that's been around for a bit. I just saw it today, and that thing was hilarious. What why did that guy? Okay, so first of all, the guy had to be told to like talk about something, and that's what he picked, and then it was filmed, and then it was edited, and then it was put out there. Like someone was like, "Hey, look, that's a cool story. Let's keep that going."
I've seen a lot worse things on the internet, if I'm being honest. Like I've seen people willingly put out much scarier.
I watched
bits of information.
I watched a 5-hour atrocity today. Like, I mean,
I heard. Yeah,
definitely, it can get worse than that.
So, what is your signature dish then, Nick? If you're the main chef in the house, what is your signature dish?
I make all sorts of stuff. It really just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I mean, I'd say I love cooking steaks. Like it, I love cooking steaks.
Who knows how to cook a steak?
But it's kind of, I mean, it's really straightforward. Don't put it in a toaster oven. Don't put it on a George Foreman grill. Get yourself either a ripping hot fire or a ripping hot pan. Although there's one guy out there who's like ripping hot is a misnomer. It's like, shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. I don't need you in my life. But you get a nice hot stainless steel pan or cast iron, or what I've been using. I got this new pan. Oh my god, it's
I'm a cast iron guy.
Me too.
Okay,
He's using the low voice. You gotta
Hear
be
me
careful.
Hear me out. So not too long ago.
God, your voice is not low anymore.
Too long ago. Well, companies released a new type of pan. And what typically happens in these instances is some manufacturer makes like an OEM style pan. If you've built other things, and then some company buys it and they stamp their logo on it. So Miesen is the company that I purchased from, and this is a nitrided carbon steel pan. It's a new way using. It's nitrided carbon steel. So it's a carbon steel pan. And the final layer, the top layer, they use nitrogen in some sort of the process. I'm not a chemist or a metallurgist, so they use nitrogen in the finishing process. And it creates a surface that starts on a semi-nonstick and becomes more nonstick the more you use it. And it has no coating on it at all. There's nothing to rip off. It is the metal itself. You can use metal utensils. You can put it in the dishwasher. You can put it in the oven where it belongs. You can use it anywhere. And you can use the highest heat that you want. There's no limit. It's not like Hexclad. Hexclad uses Teflon.
Yeah.
So aside from the dishwasher safe, does it cook like cast iron in general? Like you said,
So
it gets more nonstick the more you use it.
Cast iron has this great feature, and that is that iron holds heat really well. It has a very high specific heat, and iron is very dense. There's a lot of material. That's why they weigh so much, right? But having a high specific heat means the way that heat is distributed through the pan is actually poor. Once a portion of the pan cools down, it doesn't heat back up. So that's why when you're cooking with cast iron, you can get around this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you move the steak around the pan. This becomes kind of a problem if you have like multiple steaks in the pan. There's not a lot of wiggle room, but it's generally okay. I love my cast iron pan. I have a Lodge 12-inch cast iron pan. So
same.
Right, of course. Everybody loves 12-inch flat pan, and that's perfect. So I have that, but this pan, so it's got an aluminum core, and there's a trick with having an aluminum core is that so long as the aluminum is not the outer surface, aluminum is really good at distributing heat and redistributing heat. And so you get a very consistent heat throughout the pan. And it's got the sort of characteristics of stainless steel. And also it's somewhat nonstick. Now you still want to use a fatty lubricant in there to keep things moving around. But
giggity.
but it is honestly, I've never had a pan heat up this fast, sear this well, and be like this easy to control. So when they came out 8, 10, and 12 inches. They're a little pricey. They start out like $120 a pan.
Oh,
I know
my.
they come in only good varieties. They start off at like $120 a pan, and then they kind of go up, but you could buy all three. But I didn't want to make that investment. It's like a new thing. I didn't know if it was going to be gimmicky. So I just bought the 8-inch pan, but not too long ago, it's my favorite pan that I have. And so not too long ago, I ordered the 10 and the 12 inch. So I'm really excited for them to come in.
Are you, so is there a learning curve? Because I cook with basically just cast iron. And
no, I mean, this cooks very similar to cast iron. It's just, it doesn't take very long.
I think it has more control, more control too with this.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
I love metals.
Go ahead.
Like I love the metals. Like I like that it's got the aluminum in the middle, and like the people that know anything about welding or that know anything about like that sort of thing. That's pretty cool. I love.
Wendy, quit pretending like you actually cook.
I will have I'll stop. Don't encourage.
She's got a beautiful kitchen. I'll give her that.
Oh, tell him I started cooking again. Like when I bought
her
this
Mexican loves it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wendy's Mexican loves her kitchen.
My
You have a
Mexican.
Mexican?
Well, I am Mexican, but my Mexican food is legit bomb, off the chain, charts. I'm like I'm an amazing cook. I just didn't cook a lot anymore because I didn't have to, but I'm starting to enjoy it again. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Cooking has long been one of my personal Zen places. It makes me calm. It makes me happy.
Yes.
The only downside, and so after
The
my
cleaning.
personal issues heated up, and some of my other activities and wants were taken away. We'll put it that way. You have to find something to do, and so I've kind of taken cooking back up. The only problem is I want to cook all the time, but then I want to eat all the time,
Right.
and I don't
Especially-
like being fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, being fat is so uncomfortable. I've been there. I didn't like it. It didn't look good on me either. I looked crazy.
There's no one that it looks good on.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When I was in Hawaii, I saw some big girls, and I'm like, damn, I wish I looked that good big. But I'm little. Like I'm a
But
little.
okay, you qualified that. You wished you looked that good big.
Yeah.
You didn't say
but
you
I
wished you
didn't
looked
look
that
good
good
big.
because it doesn't look good.
Well, I look good, but I didn't look that good big. I was like, oh, it did not look good on me at all.
See, I'm from the Patrick Bateman school, right? You can always be thinner, look better.
Yeah, I'm from the 80s, so I'm all about skin and bones. I used to keep
You
a
guys
picture
ever
of Marie, what's her name? The twins, those anorexic twins from the 90s.
Oh, the Olsen
Mary
twins.
Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, I
Olsen
used to
twins.
keep.
No,
at
see,
my-
that's too thin.
No, but I
can't
used to
do
keep a photo of them up at my desk when I had a real job, and I would that was my. I know. it's
Oh
not
yeah,
nice.
Wendy was a glowy, by the way, or she is a glowy.
Yeah,
used
she
to work
was.
for the feds.
She
Working
A
at the
spook, but
Pentagon.
not in the racist way.
Oh my god! Thank you for saying that. When I say spook, no one knows what I'm talking about. Thank you. I'm like, dude, I worked with those were my homies, man.
If it's potentially offensive, I'm probably aware.
You guys ever see those like videos from like the 50s or 60s of like the high school fitness tests when they first came out?
No.
And like 90% of the kids in high school were just jacked. Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
jacked.
Well,
We've
they
come-
could do a pull up is different from being jacked. I mean,
No. We're talking like six packs, like
Yeah, when you
defined
look at
muscles.
those, I don't know why Dean is looking at videos of high schoolers
Hey,
or whatever.
shit happens. Shit happens.
My dad had a six pack and already like in 8th grade. And he's from that era. That's just what was expected of people.
I was in much better shape when I was in high school
Valhalla
than
just
I am
kill me
now.
someday.
Yeah.
Someday, just come up and kill me and say, you know why this is.
You know why. You know why. You deserved every bit of this.
So
Actually, I
Nick
think
and
that was
Kayla,
how-
the fans have asked, by the way, they want to know about Sunny. People want to know about Sunny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you
They
want to
want-
know about her?
Well, MIA is the dog still alive? You know, things like that.
We were raided by the sheriff, not the ATF. If the ATF was here, you'd have been much more concerned. No, Sunny's very good. She's doing great.
I actually have a confession to make.
Oh,
Sunny the rooster has been missing for at least days, if not weeks.
Holla.
I realized the other day that I have not seen that chicken in a very long time.
So you didn't
Sunny the
realize
rooster
until it
may
had
no longer-
been missing for a while that it's been missing.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
weird. I mean, you live on a farm. I mean, you got a lot of
I
animals.
told you what happened to my roosters, right?
You
Don't,
ate them.
don't say it on the
No,
internet.
I didn't
Out of
know.
chicken soup
No,
and
I couldn't take the. They were broken. Like they crowed or whatever it's called, like at all hours of the day. You know, not just in the morning. So I couldn't have the broken roosters around. And I posted on Facebook, you know, to a good home or pot. A Chinese man picked them up. He owns a restaurant. I haven't seen him since. But he said he wasn't going to eat them, but he owns a restaurant, and I only got one picture of them after he picked them up. My kids were concerned.
Oh no, he's doing just fine.
Yeah, doing just fine.
How do you breed chickens?
He served his
breed chicken.
purpose.
You just you stick them in a pen together, and they take it from there, Wendy.
Yeah, they kind of do it themselves. It's pretty hands off.
Yeah.
Unless you're into that kind of thing, I guess.
Here Dave comes to snuff the rooster.
Snuff the roosters. So speaking of Dave, Nick, Jung sent us a question. Jung is one of David's mods. She wanted to know if you're jealous of David's treehouse, of MLS's treehouse.
Oh, is that one of her questions?
Yeah. I don't
Sounds
know
like
why
he
she-
is.
Yeah.
Am I jealous? I mean, it looks really nice.
Right. And he has chickens underneath there.
Yeah, that's the worst part. In the summer. Actually,
Yeah,
Nick, I was.
they get peed on. Not a big deal. It happens.
Yeah, you know, yeah, they do. They get peed on every once in a while. You know, for our longer streams.
Like some
Usually, if there's
some chicks are into
prosecco
that.
involved, that's fair. That's fair.
So Nick, I wanted to ask you though, why you became a lawyer in the first place. Every lawyer's got sort of a story as to why they became a lawyer, and I don't know if I've ever heard yours.
Ever since I was 2, I hated the United States government. Well, that is true. No, that's not why. Really, it's like the worst reason to become a lawyer. I worked in brokerage services. I worked in brokerage services prior to becoming a lawyer, but we moved out to the middle of the country, or right? And I worked in downtown Minneapolis prior to that, and so I helped champion the telecommuting program for brokerage services, and they kind of did a test run with a couple of employees, and I was on that, and I was telecommuting for about 8 months, 10 months, something like that after we moved. And then they said, we have a FINRA and an SEC audit, and they weren't really comfortable with the accessibility to client data being off site at the time. So this would have been 2010-ish.
They didn't know about data farms. They didn't like that.
It's just they didn't.
It's a security problem.
The brokerage services program at the time, they developed this work from home thing, but it was kind of haphazard. I mean, I basically just had a laptop, and it had a rotating security lock where every 6 weeks I had to go into the office and have and update my password physically there. But other than that, there wasn't really any security to it.
Or VPN or anything like that.
Yeah, and I don't know if they had encryption and or anything. And then one of my direct managers had this kind of really paranoid idea that my home office, which they never came to inspect, might fail some sort of OSHA standard. Like he literally is telling me, he's like, look, I don't know if you have like power cables and stuff going across your floor. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what do you think I'm doing? Like, just running extension cords under my rolling chair because it's fun? And he's like, and I don't know if you're attending meetings like just in your underwear or something. I'm like, yeah, obviously I am. Look, I'll ease your mind.
Why is that a question?
Yeah, I'll ease your mind on this. I am not wearing clothes when we're in the meeting, but I don't have a camera on. Like, what do you want from me? These were phone conference meetings, and so
nobody had pants in the job description when I took this job.
Right? They talked about wearing a nice shirt. It didn't say anything about pants. But no, so they had those concerns, and they said, look, until this audit is over and we round out the program, you either need to come into the office every day, which they were more than they loved having me as an employee, but it was come into the office every day or do something else. And so I said, that's a 2-hour commute each way. I'm not going to do without traffic. I'm not going to do that at all. So thank you. They wish me well. I got, I could have had a letter of recommendation for any job, but out here, the problem I ran into was everything was front-facing retail, which I have no qualms with. I've done front-facing retail for a while. Other people are better at it than me. I was very happy.
That. I feel like you'd be difficult in customer service face to face.
Sometimes, yeah. But I do very well in back office things. At my prior job, I had written all their training manuals once because we moved to a new system. So I helped them develop the new processes, the standard operating procedures, and I wrote all the training manuals for my division. I'm very good at that sort of thing, becoming efficient, finding good patterns to work through. I'm not tolerant enough to be, at the cash register or doing customer service. And I'm not a manager at all. I'm like, just do your job, you loser, like figure it out. So I'm not great at that either. And so I'm probably better at it now. I didn't know what to do. There wasn't a lot out here, and where we are is very like stereotypical small town. It is predominantly populated by a couple major families on the commercial side, and their names. And I don't have a name like that. Neither did Lady Rackets. And so there was no nepotism to rely on. And I went, what you can do anywhere, and whether you have a boss or not, you can be a lawyer. I like laws and rules and regulations, I guess.
Didn't someone else take the bar?
It was the LSAT.
The LSAT, that's what it was.
I
was going to say,
you have to highlight my pettiness.
She's your wife.
Like if this fucker can pass pass the LSATs, then I can.
Is this,
I know.
Okay, do you want to know something great? Who is the Republican candidate for governor? He was the doctor.
In Minnesota.
Ben Carson?
Yeah, not Ben Carson. Oh my gosh, no. He's in Minnesota.
I didn't know Minnesota still had a governor. I have no idea.
We do. It's just missing a chromosome or two. No, we have our governor's name is Dave Trice.
And Waltz. Let's see. I don't know. I'm looking. No. I'm trying to think.
Johnson. He also was a huge voice during COVID because he was a doctor, and he spoke out against vaccines and stuff. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Scott. Yeah, you don't know either.
No. Why are you even looking at me for an answer?
Hold on. I'm gonna get this in just a second. I'm gonna look it up.
See the Google machine.
Yeah, but this matters. This is my.
Over there. Oh wait, they don't Google. They read books. They read real books.
They would have to be a current book.
Scott Jensen.
Look, somebody else said it at the exact same time.
Yes.
Too.
Thank you, El Marie.
Thanks, El Marie.
I worked with his son. His son was a good buddy of mine at work, and he took the LSAT. And I was like, "Oh yeah, how'd you score?" And he told me his score.
Tell us. You have to tell.
I'm not gonna dox his score, and I consequently can't tell you my score because I don't want to reveal his.
I want to know everyone's score.
I said I bet I can beat you at the LSAT.
I bet you did.
I think it was I can definitely beat you.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a make.
And I did by 1 point. By
Nice.
1
1
point,
point.
I beat him at the LSAT.
Hey, that's
and I
still
had
good.
at that time I had no interest in going to law school. I took that while I was still there in the Twin Cities. We hadn't moved yet. But then when it came up to your LSAT's good for a couple of years, and so when it was time then to find a new thing, and I wasn't able to find like a new job, I decided to go to law school because I had the LSAT score and I could get in, and it put me in the top quartile at William Mitchell. And so I got into William Mitchell, and I got a 30% scholarship based entirely on my LSAT, because it was not based on my college grades, college GPA.
What was your undergrad in?
My undergrad is in literature and creative writing.
Okay.
Aw.
That seems
Which is
appropriate.
it's a good major, honestly, for law. You do a lot of writing already. And I think that's one of the weaknesses of other majors is they're not prepared for how much writing you have to do in law school.
Yeah, they're not. And that's the interesting thing. Like, a lot of people think you have to do like in medical where you have to do like pre-law or something. You don't do that. And in fact, law
There is no
schools and the
pre-law.
profession in general likes diversity.
Yep.
Of
Yes.
in
It's a
the
lot of
practice,
writing. You
so-
have to be good at writing.
But yeah, you do have to be good at writing.
I don't know how David got through law school, but
I don't know either. I
I don't know either. You can't read.
But I got
people's
through it in
names.
one go. I got through it early, actually. I graduated early, and then I
Okay, well,
passed
that
the bar the
doesn't-
first go around, so I guess I was good enough.
How early was it? Like what you did 2.5 years?
2.5, yeah, 2.5 years.
Cool.
Wait,
cool.
that's insane.
I was working well, so I kind of conned my way in. I was working full time while I was
like
doing
that.
it, and then they had a rule that you can only do so many credits. And then I was looking, and I said, well, if
Yeah, you
I
had
do,
to be part time.
what do we got?
Sorry, go ahead.
Outpost nerd was asking
Outpost is asking what people are building. Sorry, guys.
what
Oh,
everybody was
okay.
building.
And I messed up. I missed my cue.
Oh, no worries. But so I calculated it. If I did an externship full time as while I was in law school, I could get enough credits that I could graduate early. And they didn't want me to, but I convinced them that because I was working full time while I was going to law school, that I was able to quit my job and I could do this full externship. And so they eventually gave me the go ahead, and then I never quit my job, and I did. So I worked basically 2 full-time jobs and finished up my last 2 classes and graduated early.
And then you're like, I said I can quit my job. I didn't say I would.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, I can.
David's still looking for a job.
So I was able to con my way into 2 extra credits and then graduate early, which was nice. Because I just wanted to be done with it at that point. I was so tired of law school. It was so much reading and so much extra shit that you had to do. I wanted to be done with it.
So many things to pronounce.
It
So
really depends on your professors too. Like my contracts professor was he was like an unforgiving artifact of the old times or whatever. And so he always expected everyone to have read everything. And if you didn't read, he would attempt at least to humiliate you in front of the class, because he would just call on people randomly. And he would just he wouldn't mark you down or anything. He'd just berate you, which is funny.
I got a story of a eccentric figure in my law school, but I forgot. I'm shutting down MLS. You guys are going to be redirected over to the Lego stream. The chat is pinned, or the link is pinned at the top of the chat if you guys want to do it now.
Oh, wait, can I make one more? Since you're talking about pinned chats, we need to remind people that we still have Valhalla's fundraiser that we're trying to get. I wanted to make an announcement that I'm willing to do some matching tonight, but you have to donate tonight while Nick and Mrs. Rekieta are on our stream. I'll
donate.
Please donate. I'm gonna.
And if you donate now and you say you're part of the Nick Rekieta cartel, you get naming rights.
That's right.
You get naming rights for one of Valhalla's goats. So that's also
and I'll go up to a little. I'll go up to a little bit of money. So let's not waste our time, people.
What was our
name a goat?
Our submission is what is it? Micromius pinicus, I think, something like that.
I said Fukfase, but I lost out on that.
Come on, people. You know you want to name a goat, and you know you want to donate. And so please go to the pinned comment so that you can go to the GoFundMe and donate to Valhalla. Also, David is switching from his MLS to Lego Law only tonight. So we're trying to we're trying to get things. We need to build up the Lego Law channel more. Like, so please go subscribe to the Lego Law channel. Also,
get in there.
Friends, if you haven't subscribed to our amazing guest yet, what are you waiting for? Go over there, subscribe, resubscribe. If you're an old timer and you took a break, come back. We love you. We want you back.
I have to make a quick adjustment and then I'm going to shut it down.
All right.
Sounds
all
good.
right. We should be good. I'm not going to delete it. You guys will be redirected shortly. We'll see you over there.